All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, Brakathum, double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, they rule well, and a salute. And a shalom to all the Akim that are out here, every pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. This lesson is going to be titled, Thus Esau Despised His Birthright. Right? Thus Esau despised his birthright. The Akim in Dallas, their live stream on the Elder Yashawama's channel. Remnant Say 144. They're still live, if I'm not mistaken. And they're still live. And they mentioned, the Elder Yashawama mentioned that Esau, he threw away the firstborn inheritance. Okay. He threw away what? The birthright, because, right, he threw away the birthright for some chili. Okay. So, and now, since Esau threw away the birthright, right, he sold the birthright unto Jacob, right? So what Esau is now doing, right? So what Esau is doing now, he's trying to reverse that by setting up a pseudo birthright, right? Thus, the NWO, AI and all that. So the modern day digital Tower of Babel is Esau trying to reverse what he did back in Genesis 25. Okay. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Now, I forgot the timestamp to where they said it, but it may be here. Let's see.
Over. It's over. Everything is over. Literally, it's over. Ain't no transition into no other economy.
Yeah, bricks is going to be
hell. Ain't nobody want no damn ruble.
Yuan.
Ain't nobody want no fucking yuan. Wake the hell up. Okay? It's going to collapse.
Everybody's going to be back to hell now. No, ain't that.
Okay. Well, let's get those scriptures. Go ahead.
Ain't that. Genesis 27:40 again. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother Jacob.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And that the word dominion is, I'm going to say that word
Rawad.
is which means pretty much wander restlessly.
Yep.
And that's when you see Esau roaming and wandering restlessly right now, man. He all over the goddamn place.
Yep. He broke the dominion under David and Solomon. You read 1 Kings 11, and then in the Dark Ages, basically when he came up out of the caves, he broke, because Jacob was ruling over him. For a period of 1,000 years, Esau, Edom was down and out. But what the Renaissance represented was the revival of the Western Roman Empire, which this is the finishing product. Now they want to take it even further, because they've colonized the whole world, pretty much. Okay? Australia was the last stronghold. That's why Australia is still kind of clean, because there was a point where they were like, fuck this, we've done enough. But now they want to do what? Use their science and technology to establish an even greater renaissance.
Yep.
A technical renaissance. A technocracy, see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Australia's still clean because they really haven't been able to tame Australia as far as the environment.
Right.
You still wake up and a big ass tarantula be on top of your ass.
Man, it was too much.
They haven't really
Komodo dragon.
Yeah, they just bite the shit out of you.
Yeah, it's all kind of stuff over there.
You know,
Biggest spot.
because really the leaders of Australia are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Edomites.
That's kind of like the hub of what they plan on doing everywhere else. They'll use Australia to start it off, like doing COVID.
Yeah. Yep.
Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
So Esau hated Jacob, and that hatred still goes on to this day. Everybody wants to think that it's America versus.
See, man, and this is where it's at. The elder Ariala, he mentioned it. Let's get it.
Persia or Iran. It's really not. It's really Edomites trying to secure a blessing for themselves against the prophecy. This is really what's happening, man. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are not forgotten in this whole mess that's been going on in the history of the world. They want to overlook you and say, oh, look, you know, you just niggas in the hood killing yourselves. But really, what's happening is that this man, just like y'all was reading earlier, is putting himself into a gin, a trap, a snare. And the elect of our people, which is, I didn't get to watch the Vocab Malone clip that I saw brothers put into the chat.
Yeah, basically, they were like, man, these niggas are really believing this shit. They're waking up left and right. Then the one dude said, you think this will just be like veganism, where it'll be strong for a minute and then people realize it was bullshit? They try to compare this Great Awakening to veganism.
Right.
Because remember, everybody wanted to be a vegan. Yeah. Then niggas start getting soft, sick. They're like, fuck this vegan shit, man. Nigga, I want some chicken.
Yeah, they have protein.
Why I quit being a vegan. You see all the videos. Don't eat meat.
Nigga, you not elephant.
So he right, a gorilla. Gorillas eat berries, nigga, you not a gorilla. But but basically in that video, they were like, these niggas are like, it's gaining strength. Like, these niggas are really believing this. Like, people, they're like, do you think it'll just be like veganism, or people will just, you know, no, nigga.
No.
We don't die, we multiply.
And now with the war, what do you think is going to happen?
Right.
I got people hitting me up. They ain't talk to me, man. You know.
All right, man. So let's get Genesis 25. Genesis 25 and it says Genesis 25 and 27, it says, and the boys grew, for Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Right? Says, as the boys grew up, Esau became a skillful hunter. He was an outdoorsman, but Jacob had a quiet temperament, preferring to stay at home. See? And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob saw the pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And he said to Jacob, it says, and Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. And therefore, it says, therefore, was his name called Edom, Adawam. It says, and Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. Right? It says, verse 31 in the NLT. All right, Jacob replied. But trade me your rights as the firstborn son. Right? Right? Verse 32. Look, I am dying of starvation, Esau said. What good is my birthright to me now? Right? So Esau never gave a damn about the birthright, man. He never cared about it. Okay. All right, man. Esau wanted instant gratification, man. So it say, and Jacob said, swear, and Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore to him. And he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Now, what does the birthright consist of? All right. Now, it says in the Bible, the birthright was a special privilege given to the firstborn son, consisting of a double portion of the family inheritance, leadership over the family, and the responsibility to serve as the spiritual head or priest of the household. Right? Key aspects of the birthright in the Old Testament. Inheritance. The firstborn son received a double portion of the father's estate, while the other sons received a single portion. Authority and leadership. The firstborn inherited the responsibility to lead the family or clan after the father's death. Right? Spiritual responsibility. In patriarchal times, the firstborn was the heir to the family's spiritual covenant, acting as the priest of the family. The blessing, the birthright, was often associated with a special paternal blessing that conferred these rights. All right. Now, it says, then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright, right? So Esau, he despised the birthright, man, because he said out of his own mouth, I'm starving. I'm about to die. How will this birthright help me out when I'm dying of starvation? I'm starving, right? Let's get it here. Hold on. Yep. Thus Esau despised his birthright, right? It says Esau despised his birthright. Genesis 25 and 34 means he treated his valuable, divinely ordained inheritance as worthless, choosing immediate gratification over long-term spiritual and material blessing. By selling his rights as a firstborn for a bowl of stew, Esau demonstrated indifference toward Yahweh's promise and prioritized physical comfort over his covenantal duty, acting with what is described as profane short-sightedness. Right, man? So Esau, he never seen the value in the birthright. He can never see the value of the birthright, man. That's why it was easy for him to sell it, because it was never his to begin with. Right, man? Now, Esau was the firstborn on earth. Okay, fine. But Jacob was the firstborn in the heavens. See? Key meaning of Esau's actions. Um, Undervaluing the sacred. The birthright involved not just a double portion of material inheritance, but also a spiritual covenant Yahweh made with Abraham, including becoming the head of the family and the ancestor of the Messiah. Prioritizing the present. Esau was ruled by his immediate physical desires. Hungry to the point of death rather than spiritual foresight. Disdain for Yahweh's plan. By treating it as worthless, he showed a lack of faith, indicating he didn't care about the divine long-term promise as much as immediate relief. Profane conduct. The New Testament, Hebrews 12 and 16, calls Esau profane for this act, defining it as valuing worldly, temporary comforts more than spiritual inheritance. See? So, Esau, he never cared about the birthright, man. He never cared about it because it was easy for him to sell it. He despised it. He looked at the birthright as being worthless. All right? Because he couldn't see past his, because, man, Esau couldn't see past his growling stomach, man. All right, man. So now what Esau Edom is trying to do is create a pseudo birthright. Right? Pseudo. Let me get pseudo. How do you spell it? Pseudo. Pseudo meaning. Pseudo. Pseudo means, okay, pseudo is an objective and prefix meaning fake, false, spurious, or sham. See, man? So Esau, he's trying his best to come with a pseudo birthright. Basically, he's trying to reverse what he did in Genesis 25, man. He's trying to reverse that. But Esau, you made an oath. You vowed to Jacob that the birthright is his. So you can't reverse. So you cannot reverse what you did, man. You cannot reverse Esau, you cannot reverse an oath, man. You cannot reverse an oath. You made an oath, man. Here it is. This is Hebrews 12 and 16 to 17. It says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears." See? So now Esau got a blessing. This is it. His blessing here. This. right? Even though he got a blessing, his blessing is what? His blessing is temporal. It's a temporary blessing, and his blessing is coming to an end. Okay? So Esau's blessing is about to be destroyed. So Esau's blessing is about to be destroyed, man. He couldn't see past his hungry stomach, man. See? But the thing is though, but Jacob knew and understood and seen how valuable and how important the birthright was and is. See? He understood it, man. He seen it. That's why he asked for it. He knew how important it was. See, man? Because it says what? The natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. Hold on, let me see if I can find that. Oh, the natural man receiveth not. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 2:14. It say, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. It says, but people who aren't spiritual can't receive these truths from Yahweh's spirit. It all sounds foolish to them, and they can't understand it. For only those who are spiritual can understand what the spirit means, right? It says, but he that is spiritual judges all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. It says, those who are spiritual can evaluate all things, but they themselves cannot be evaluated by others. All right, man. All right, man. So Jacob, he's seen the importance of the birthright, man. He's seen it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. He's seen it. That's why that's the first thing he asked for. He said, all right, hey, I got you. But yeah, I'm gonna need that birthright though. See? All right, man. So this pseudo birthright that Esau is coming with is going to be destroyed anyway. All right. So it says what? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Esau, this is your end, man. Esau, we are at the end of your world, man. You did everything you were supposed to do, man. You ruled this earth in wickedness, man. You have destroyed the earth, man. And now, according to the Bible, according to the scriptures, you Edomites must be punished, and you Edomites must be exterminated from off the face of the earth, man. You Edomites will be chased out of the world. Thus saith the Bible, man. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah. Thus Esau despised his birthright. So with that, I say Shalom.